Grab the controller, sit your ass in the sofa. It's game time, baby. CRyngamer. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy CRyngamer in the building, baby. And if you don't know, now you know. Of course, today we have tekphan with us. Say what up.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Everybody knows what it is today. Was it yesterday? The Digital Foundry did the reveal of Project Scorpio, the Xbox Project Scorpio. That's not the official name, but that's what they're going with right now. Not going to hold you too long. We're just going to discuss the positives. We're going to discuss the negatives, if there's any, and see where Xbox can go with this. Could they take the lead in the industry? Starting off at the top, got my little tablet here. I don't have a teleprompter, so I had to look down. But real quick, going over the specs, it has 8 custom CPU cores clocked at 2.3 gigahertz, 322 gigabytes of memory bandwidth, 1,172 megahertz GPU with 40 customized computer units, 12 gigabytes GDDR5 memory, 1 terabyte hard drive, 4K UHD Blu-ray disc player for 4K gaming, and also VR support. Did I miss anything, tekphan? Anything important that they need to know as far as specs?
Did you say the 12 gigs of RAM?
Yeah, I believe I said that.
Okay.
Yep, 12 gigs of
GDDR5. It's a terabyte hard drive, internal.
Yep.
What else is there? They added support for Atmos surround.
That's a good thing. Now, the
PS4
doesn't have that, right?
In-game support.
That's what's up. Now, that's on... Let's talk about the chip. Now, that's on... They're saying Direct 12 is built into the chip. Also,
right.
Dolby Atmos as well. So, with that said, as far as everything being built on the chip, it's going to free up processing power for the developers to use the power for other things, pretty much, which is a plus for the system.
It should. It could.
In theory, right?
It could,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with those numbers as it stands, the Xbox Project Scorpio is potentially the strong, well, not potentially, will be the strongest console on the market.
Right.
All right. So now with PlayStation 4, PlayStation in the lead right now, do you think that Xbox can now take the lead from PlayStation 4 when that system comes out, based on it just being a powerhouse?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're saying no, probably because
I could
games
give reasons.
involved.
I could run down the reasons.
I just want to guess here. I'm going to guess that you're saying that it won't because it's going to need, first of all, the games. Games make a system. You can have the most powerful system in the world, but if you have no support, hence the Wii U came out and there was no support for that.
You need a history of winning as well. When it comes to console wars, you got to be a leader. They've never been the leader since they've been out, Xbox. That brand just doesn't fit with fans, gaming fans,
well,
that the PlayStation does, or the Nintendo.
Let's clear that up real quick, though. Let's clear that up because they're going to have people that say, whoa, hold up. The 360.
360 came in third place.
Was a leader. I know. People don't know that, though. A lot of people think the 360 won that generation, but the PlayStation 3 surpassed it
PS3
in the end.
Eclipsed it right at the end. But considering that it came out almost double the price in some places, it came out a year late.
Yeah.
For it to catch it, and even a tie would be a loss for the Xbox. But it actually beat it by a little bit.
Yeah.
And they just recently stopped production of the PS3, where the 360 was stopped over a year ago.
Okay.
Because the PS3 still sells.
Definitely. I love my PS3. But now, I'm hearing also a plus. Let's go for another plus. It has the 6 teraflops as a plus. The backward compatibility, it said that it can play 360 games,
right?
Which is a plus for it without having to download anything or pay anything extra. Just pop the disc in and it will play it.
No, you're gonna have to still download. You're basically when you put the disc in, it's not playing off the disc. It's playing off the fact that you own the disc and then you're still downloading. I don't know why they do it like that. Yes, you still need the disc in there to play,
stupid.
Unless it's a digital game.
Yeah.
But you're still downloading.
Okay, so and also some other information about the Scorpio is you're going to need pretty much taking advantage of it. you're gonna need a 4K TV, just like you need a 4K TV to take advantage of the Pro.
Well, you don't need a 4K for neither, because the downsampling on both is pretty good, but 4K TV will push it, you know. But if you have a good 1080p TV, these consoles will still be worth getting for the downsampling.
Well, what I'm saying is Phil Spencer said that though out of his that's a quote from him. He said to take full advantage of the Scorpio, you're gonna need a 4K. But if you don't have a 4K television, the developers can use the extra processing power to make the 1080p experience phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for example, also, if a game is running at 4K on a Scorpio and you have a 1080p TV, you'll get a downsampled from 4K to 1080p image, which will look better than a typical 1080p image. It's like a fake 4K, which is still pretty good. Absolutely.
Now, my love for the Xbox was the 360. They lost me after, you know, the Xbox One. I went out, I bought the Xbox One at launch. I had my Rise. I paid the $500 for it, and the Joy didn't last too long. They lacked on frame rate. Even the online wasn't as good as it was on the 360.
No.
The experience was far off. Something was wrong. I don't know where they got off path with that. But when the Xbox Project Scorpio comes out, it's definitely going to have the advantage in the power department. I'm assuming most people, if they can win people over, will want to play the third-party titles on the Scorpio, because technically, by power-wise and processing power-wise, it should play better on the Scorpio. If they don't do what do they call it when the game comes out on all systems and they try to make it play the same, look the same across the board? There's a word for
parity. They're going to do parity. I'm gonna break it down like this. The games, okay. The games are still going to have it. Even with parity, they're going to be slightly better. I don't think they're going to be night and day better, because there's two things to look at. One, they still got a program for the Xbox One, which is the weakest link in the chain between PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One, Xbox One S, and then the Scorpio. The regular Xbox One, or Xbox One S, we could say. They still got a program, third-party games still got a program with them in mind, okay? And then with the Pro, they're going to have better textures and higher resolution and all that, versions of games for the Pro. And I believe that a lot of Scorpio games are just going to take that code. Because there's two reasons. One, it's faster and easier. Okay? I think they'll enhance it a little bit. And two, they don't want to shit on Sony, because Sony's by far over 2-1 lead worldwide. So they don't want to...
So hold on a second. You're saying that Xbox doesn't want to shit on Sony?
No, I'm saying third parties.
Okay.
I'm saying third parties. I'm saying we'll see differences with third party games, but they're still going to be bound by two things. It's going to be bound by the original Xbox One, and they're going to be bound by the Pro. They don't want to make it... They're not going to put out a third party game that blows away the Pro version, even if they can. Even if the horsepower allows it, they're not going to do that because
I can see
because of time, resources, and they don't want to step on Sony's toes.
That's a good point. PlayStation has the market right now, and you don't want to step on the market.
And look at the PS2 versus Xbox. Yes, Xbox was better than PS2, right? But PS2 versus Xbox third-party games weren't night and day. There was a difference, but it wasn't night and day.
Yeah. So pretty much what's going to happen here is like anything else. It's going to be the first-party game software that pushes the system. That's where they can really shine with the Project Scorpio. Just like the PlayStation 4 can shine.
That's where I got the most doubt. That's where I had the most doubt with the Xbox brand as a whole.
Yes, that's the
first-party games have not showed up this generation. I mean, all we keep hearing about is Forza. That's all you got? I mean,
that's all they showed.
Considered a failure. Gears is considered a failure. I mean, compared to old games, not that they're bad.
Failure, but...
Well, yeah, failure is a strong word, but in compared to the old games, I mean, back in the day, everybody had to have Gears. Everybody had to have Gears. Everybody had to have Halo.
I still have the 360 versions I still have the 360 version
Everybody
of every
had to have
title in my
games.
library.
But now they're getting mixed reviews. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not even averaging a 9. They're averaging less than a 9. These AAA games that people had to buy an Xbox for aren't performing that well this generation. The only thing that's performing well is the Forza, and that's just
because of the power.
That's just the racing game.
They lacked on the power of the Xbox One.
So they need to work on the game.
Deliver.
The game. You know, they got the
they have the power.
Thieves game, whatever that is, the rare game. It looks all right. I'll keep my eye on it. It looks a little goofy, the art style, but I mean, it might be a good playing game. Then they got the Crackdown. Crackdown has potential, but are people going to go out and buy an Xbox for Crackdown? That remains to be seen.
No, I don't think so. So they have to. Well, they're saying they're gonna have a lot. We're gonna see E3 because E3 is not too far off.
Well, they say they got some surprises, but as far as history isn't in their favor because they haven't performed this generation at all. They have not brought out the games where you have to go out and buy an Xbox. And now that they made it where all the games come to the PC, that's why would anyone want to own an Xbox?
Well, I can tell you why they want to own an Xbox.
If they own a nice PC.
Well, okay. Well,
and then here's another point.
True.
Xbox Live is free on the PC. It's free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay. So the reason to know if you can buy all your exclusives on the PC.
Yeah.
Okay. At a lower price usually, you get PC codes cheaper than regular Xbox One codes if you go through Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't pay for live. Plus you have the possibility if your PC is capable of running the games better, there's no reason really to own an Xbox. Well, here comes Scorpio. Scorpio seems to be a good shot at taking some of the people that don't have a PC that can run better than it. Okay.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
But then there's people like me. There's people like me who I'm done with Xbox as a brand, but the Scorpio, if it's going to give me a good 4K Blu-ray player,
that's the deal.
I can play a couple multiplats or exclusives on it with my friends, I might do that. I might do that. But
that's what I was upset about. I was upset. Going back to digress to the Sony PlayStation Pro. I was upset with the system because I was hoping that it had a good 4K player in it. Sony let me down on that, being that they are Sony. But the reason for me to get the Scorpio would be for the Blu-ray player, the 4K Blu-ray player, because I want to utilize my 4K TV.
Or the exclusives, but I don't see any exclusives unless they got some huge surprise. I mean, anything could happen. A huge surprise. I don't see any exclusives that I will. Go buy a Scorpio for.
They need a new IP. PlayStation dropped Horizon. Awesome new IP.
And
awesome.
Bloodborne.
And Bloodborne. And they have some more up their sleeve coming down the line. Scorpio, they're going to show, of course, probably Forza at E3. They need to do away with Halo. They need to come up with something else, or that ain't going to work.
They need a Halo.
They can't come up with another Gears of War.
Like Destiny. That's what they need. They need a Halo. I'm not saying exactly like Destiny. I'm talking about a Halo that's more than beat level 1, beat level 2. You need a Halo where you can do some exploring of some sort.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's going.
That is a good universe.
It's a loot generation. Everyone cares about getting loot and stuff.
People
want to explore. They want to co-op together. They don't want to beat level 1, level 2. They don't want to do that. They want to do more.
They want to feel accomplished. They want to feel like they actually did something.
And they want to actually feel like, they want something that's going to suck their time. And like you said, they want rewards for the time they put in. Just beating level 1, level 2, my buddy's going to help me. That just doesn't do it this generation. This generation is different.
So, all right, I promised the people I don't want to keep them too long, so I'm going to wrap this up. But my thoughts overall about the Project Scorpio, I'm excited for it. I personally need a Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray player. I have the 4K TV. I don't have the player, so I would definitely get one for that. I have a PC, but if a few of my friends get the Scorpio and the Scorpio Xbox releases good first-party titles, I'm all over it. They have to come with some new stuff. I'm not buying their old recycled parties. No way. Titles. No way at all.
Yep.
But They didn't mention the price, but I'm shooting around maybe 6 to 700 for the Scorpio. What do you think? That's a fair price range for that?
I think it's gonna be 500. I think it's gonna be 500.
500? No, I don't think so, man. The original Xbox came out at Xbox One came out at 500.
Is my prediction. $499.
Well, okay. Now we're gonna see who's right on video. You're saying what?
I'm saying $499. And at the most, I'm saying, but I got to pick one number. It's going to be $499. But I'm not saying no less than no more than $550. But my price prediction is $499.
No, I'm saying $600 or $700. And if it goes below $600, I'm saying they're going to draw. I'm going to say they're probably going to have two versions. Maybe one is not going to have a terabyte hard drive.
They're going to have one with a bigger heart. Now, the thing is, which I actually should check in, it's a little late to check into it now, but I think I heard, which is actually pretty good, that it's a hybrid drive. The terabyte is a hybrid drive, and that's pretty good with performance. If they do that, that's a pretty good thing. That's a bonus.
Okay.
It's going off topic a little bit, but as far as me wrapping it up, I'm just waiting on if it's got Dolby Vision support. If the Blu-ray player has Dolby Vision support, then for that alone, at $500, I'll buy the console. Now, if Microsoft can make the first-party games that I like, then I'll also play games on it. But if not, for the Blu-ray player alone, if it has Dolby Vision support, it's a must-buy.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that. I'm with you, definitely with you on that. Because
but Microsoft,
for us, it's a hard
we're waiting
sell.
for the games. We want the games, Microsoft. You're letting us down. You're letting us down.
I agree.
I bought two Xbox Ones this generation, sold them both. If you want me to come back, you got to bring the games.
I'm with you, man. Bring the games back. Because right now, PS4 is killing you on games. It's clear cut, that's facts. This is no fanboyism, because I have almost every console here.
Yep.
I don't care about all the war stuff. If the game is good, I'm playing it.
And better third-party games isn't going to do it for me, Microsoft, because I still rather play them on my PlayStation. I don't care if they look better on the Scorpio. I want exclusives that Sony isn't putting out. That can't be played on the Sony machine. I want games on Scorpio that blow my mind.
That makes sense. So to wrap it up, I own a console, the PS4 Pro, and a good PC. tekphan owns the PS4 Pro and the PC. So for us to say,
and the Switch,
Xbox has to come at us, and we own the Nintendo Switch,
systems,
and old systems. So Microsoft has to come at people like us a little differently. They're gonna have to come with the first-party titles. You want the Dolby digital? You said
Dolby Vision.
Dolby Vision. What is it?
Dolby Vision. HDR mode that has higher colors.
HDR mode. Yeah.
My TV does it. But I want a device that does it.
But for the people that don't have a PC, I would say go for the Scorpio, man. That's the perfect bridge in between.
If you don't have a PC and you're an Xbox fan, and you don't have a PC that could play games better than the Xbox One or the Xbox One Scorpio, then it'd be a good buy.
But whoa now! But you left out the shout out to Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry mentioned that the Xbox Pro Project Scorpio will also play better than the Pro.
What will play better?
Based on the specs of the Scorpio.
What are you talking about? Third-party games?
It will outperform everything in general. Everything.
No, it's not.
I'm assuming they're including first party as well.
PC.
No, definitely not the PC, but the
Pros
PlayStation in there.
We know that. We know.
Okay, I'm just throwing it in there because I didn't hear you say that. I didn't want them to say you was a fanboy.
Let me say like
I didn't want them to say you was a fanboy.
It's going to have better third-party versions of games. I don't think it's going to be night and day like everyone thinks, because I told you the bottlenecks when we first started. I think that the Xbox One and then the Pro are two things that are going to hold it back. I believe that. If they would drop support for the original Xbox One, then it would soar more. Yeah. But I think you're going to see differences like you see between PS4 and Xbox One now.
Okay.
Yeah, and on paper it's about the same difference. On paper it's the same percentage difference in power, and I believe that's what you're going to see. I believe But I also don't think that Scorpio is going to put out better looking games this year, at least, than Pro, and that might make people on the fence because
that's how it always is.
Well, exactly. Yeah, but there's a lot. The reason why I'm saying that is because people got to come to earth and realize the reality of don't expect, even though this thing might be a beast, give it a little bit of room to breathe.
Give it time.
Because it just came out. It's just coming out this year. And right away we're going to see some things like I've seen pictures of the Forza and it looks phenomenal.
Oh, it looks
phenomenal.
Yes, it does.
But
yes, it does.
I don't think that you're going to find better looking games than the Pro Enhanced games this year. I don't think you're going to find anything that's going to touch Horizon visually. Yeah. And I don't think that if God of War releases this year, anything's going to touch that this year.
Oh, that's a big one. But yeah, so that's what we think of the Xbox Scorpio. We're going to see a lot at E3. E3 is going to be awesome. I can't wait for E3 to see what all of these companies are bringing to the table for the gamers, man, for the people that just love to game and love to relax. So
bottom line, said, Dolby Vision support, I'm day one. Bring the games. I'll be more than a movie. It'll be more than a movie watcher, Microsoft. It's up to you.
That's it. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.